What's going on, guys? It's Justin O'Donnell here, IFBB Pro, and we're back on the YouTube. We took a little break there. I'll probably explain that a little bit on the other end of this video about why I was taking a little bit of a break, but back in it, and we'll resume these videos. Today, Brett is in town, so we're going to train some hamstrings. We're actually starting with some calves first. We're going to work our way up the leg, probably do adductors, and just take you guys through a workout today. And thank you to everybody who sent in some questions. There were some good ones there, some questions about how to do feeder sets and things like that. So we'll make sure we'll film that and show you what that looks like. We'll show you what top set looks like and how to spot people on hamstrings and general tips and tricks for having a good hamstring workout. So hamstrings are one of those things that took me a long time to figure out how to train. It's basically the bicep of the leg. So think about that, and we'll show you what we're trying to do for hitting the different areas and some intensifiers and cool things like that. The cool thing about training with other people is you kind of learn other things that you might not do on your own. So it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's kind of good camaraderie, good way to catch up, and it's always fun to train with someone else. So thanks for coming along, and we'll catch you on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Stretch. Up. Push. Good. Good.
Yep.
Yes.
2.
Up. Up. Get it. Stretch. Up.
3 partial.
Yes.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, sir. Nice. Felt good. Okay.
One of the reasons I really like this machine as opposed to the seated calf raise or the standing up calf raise, and clients like to ask which one I prefer. I like this one because this is usually more soleus when you're seated on the seated calf raise, and when you're standing, you sometimes have to go so heavy that it starts crushing your lower back, hurting your spine. You put all that pressure on your back. There's no pressure on your spine. You're seated so that your hamstrings are your hips are bent, so you're not like really having tight hamstrings, and then you're able to stretch all the way down on the calf and just stretch it and load it and come all the way up. When you train calves, it's better to go slower and really work on that stretch all the way at the bottom. Just popping up and down on your Achilles tendons isn't going to do it. So that's why I really like this one. You can load it pretty heavy. So if you have this machine, this is the one to use in my opinion. And then after that, I would say the leg press. One.
Oh. Hey. That little stanky leg at the end. Okay.
Oh. All right, so we wrapped up the calves. We did 2 hard working sets there with like 5 plates a side, so that was pretty good. We did partial reps at the end. Now we're moving on to adductors. We're gonna feed up in the weight and probably do 2 top sets and maybe like a little bit of a back off. Usually do 3 sets here, and that warms the middle part of your leg up, and it just feels really nice when we go into hamstring curls and then leg pressing. It's just once your adductors are warm and stretched out, it just makes everything better throughout the workout. And it's the same thing for like quad training too. It's just a great progression to do as you're working through your workout.
I knew my hips were going to be a little wonky.
He's going to be competing sometime in June.
He got so heavy though.
I know.
He was like what, 330?
Yeah. But
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Here we go.
Up.
Yes. You.
Up.
Yep. Come on.
Up.
Close. Good.
One.
Yep.
Up.
Good.
Thanks, man. Got it. Yep, sir. Yep. Ooh. Good. One more. Good.
You close. Squeeze. 2, 1. Out. Good.
Up.
Yep. You.
All right, me partials. One.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, let it go, let it go. Open, open, open. There it is. Now drive. You partials. Yep, work the adductors. Good. There we go, Bubba. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We did a stretch pause set at the end of that where you basically cut the weight like in half and 2 seconds hold it out, 2 seconds squeeze it in. It's a great way to finish them off. Now we're switching over to single leg standing hamstring curls. We're working our way up. We're going to probably do 2 to 3 sets. Those sets are going to be to failure, and then we're probably going to spot each other and just on this exercise thinking about the hamstring like a bicep. So I like to keep the foot very, very flexed and just flexing the hamstring up like a bicep. And then when you get heavier on this, if you have a partner, you do one leg, then your partner does a leg, and that way you can actually recover between legs because it should be pretty hard. Yeah, perfect.
Two.
Come on.
Up.
Pull. Yes.
One more.
Come on.
Up. Good. Thanks. Oh. Damn. Oh. Oh, that's good for the stack.
Yeah.
I might have you go, actually.
So you notice when I was spotting him, I wasn't pulling on the machine. I was tucking my hand right under his foot and spotting it this way. That's the way to do it because if you pull on the machine, you take the resistance off of him, and sometimes if you take too much off, it just feels like you're moving air and it can throw the person off. So if you go under, you're just applying a little pressure to let them squeeze out that rep and then let them control it back down. That's the way to do the hamstring curl spot.
Two. Up. Up. One. Up. Oh.
Ooh. Wait, you've ever gone heavy on that before?
Yep. Up. Up.
Yes.
Up.
Yep.
Up.
Good. Come on. Here we go.
One. Up.
Up.
Good. Yep. Mm. Whoo. Up. Ah. Up. One more. Up.
It's the defense mechanism because of my.
It's lost. Up. Up. 2. Up. One more with you. Up. Knee partials. Jesus Christ. My God. God damn.
Good knee.
Beautiful. Stay in it. Oh. Nice.
Ah.
Up. 1. Up. Here we go, baby. Oh. Ooh. That was it. Oh.
I stop it right there. It doesn't pop. Up. Okay. Ah. Yep. So we finished single leg hamstring curl. We did like 2 sets there working, and we did partial reps at the end. I cut the weight a little bit because my knee pops sometimes on that, so I have to watch it. But now we're going to do the seated hamstring curl. Between these 2 things, you really get all you need out of curls mostly. And the cool thing about this is how adjustable it is, but we're probably going to do 2 or 3 sets. Brett brought a seatbelt, so we're going to buckle ourselves in and go to town on it. And again, for spotting, the top of the ankles and pushing down. That's how I'm going to do it with Brett. One. Up. Okay.
2 like that.
Yep.
Good Lord. Good. Thanks, man. Oh. Yeah, you're good. You can just go up. Up. Ooh. Up. Yep. Ah.
Okay. Whew. That was that.
Up.
Yep.
Up.
Yep.
Up.
Yep. Here we go.
Ah.
A little bit coming.
Up.
Yep. Good.
Up.
Yes.
Up.
Come on.
1.
Yep.
Up.
Go.
Good. Yes, sir. Good set, man. Woo. more. Okay.
Oh man.
Here we go.
Yep.
2 more. One more. Good, thank you. That's good. Just the squeezies. Okay.
So we finished our hamstring curls. Now we're doing a little bit of a hip thrust here on the nollis, and both Brett and I could use more glutes, and it helps strengthen the lower back too. So what I'm thinking about when I'm doing this movement is flexing my glutes on stage, setting them up on the back shot specifically. On this movement, it's those last few inches all the way at the top that like really count for that contraction. Just sinking it all the way down and kind of moving it up and down. If you miss that top portion, you're leaving a few inches of ROM on the table. So I'm going to try to get it up. This is pretty heavy, but don't have to do as many reps if they're executed correctly like that. So I don't do this very often, but it's a hot girl summer, so we want glutes like the girls.
Oh.
After they feel delivered to a secure location, they can take a picture of the fucking wall. No apartment door numbers, no nothing. So I scoured the 4 neighboring apartments, my east and west, and my top to bottom first, second, third floor. So then I got a new one.
Yeah, fight to the top. Yeah. All the way up. Yes. There you go. Yep.
Two.
Last few inches. Yep. Good. Perfect. Good.
There we go. These are the last thing to come in. Nice. There. Okay.
Yep.
Two. Yep.
Drive.
Up.
Out. Yep.
Up.
Yep. Come on.
Up.
Up. Yep.
Up.
Push. Good.
Up. Up.
Come on.
Up.
Good. There you go.
Up. Up. Two.
Yep.
Up. Up. Yes. There we go.
One more.
Up.
Yep. Come on.
Hold that. Hold it, pull it, whatever.
All right, so we finished up with the glute bridges there where we did 3 working sets, basically to failure. And now we're gonna come over and do the side back leg press. So I wanted to answer a couple questions that I got in advance of the video. Number one, someone asked what my favorite brand of knee sleeves were. And I actually really like these Gasp knee sleeves. I think these are 2XL, no, 3XL. I think these are actually the, Code Butcher. I don't have a code, I just like Gasp. I actually think that these might be the elbow sleeves because they're a little bigger, and I actually like that on my knee. The tricky thing about knee sleeves, like I have like 19-inch calves, so like I bought a lot of knee sleeves I can't even get over my calves. So these ones I can, so they're good. I like these a lot. The other thing I wanted to answer was there was a question about what the feeder sets look like going up on the leg press to get to your top sets. So I'm going to ask Vinny to actually film each one of those feeders so you can see exactly just the cadence, the number of reps we're doing and how we're kind of saving it for the top set. So it's probably going to be 2 or 3 feeders doing just a few reps and then getting to that top set, and then we'll call out when that's a working set. Doing a little bit of a wider stance here to hit more hamstring, glute, get that stretch. But since we already curled, we already did glutes and adductors, it feels really good to kind of force the stretch with the leg press here at toward the end of the workout. So since we're at the end of the workout, it's a little different than doing feeder sets at the beginning of the workout. If we walked in here and we wanted to start it with hack squat, which we wouldn't do, but if we did, it might take us 5, 6, 7 sets warming up, doing feeders, adding 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, just to get our knees warm. But since we're very warm already, we might only need to do 2 or 3 of these, if that. And so we're probably just gonna do feeder set 2 here, maybe 5 reps just to acclimate to the weight. So we don't wanna get hurt here, but we don't wanna waste our time because we're already warm. All right.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Just the plastic still, huh? Like, guys, we're in trouble. Yeah, we're good.
These are the Joe Rogan eyes.
Yep. It's one that fucking Theo Vaughn just like fucking snorted like it was nothing.
I know.
Hey, well, you've done some shit in your day. If you can do that and not even fucking react, you've seen the devil in back, bro.
Here we go.
One.
Lightweight, come on.
Yep.
Here we go. Good. Good. Yep. Yep. Come on. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Come on. Yep. Good. Here we go. Push. Come on. Good. Here we go. Load. Out. Good. You. Good.
One more.
Here we go.
She can go up a little bit. Yeah, I turned it into working, but I needed to be.
Lightweight. Yep. Okay.
One more. One more. Okay. Yep. Oh. Oh man.
Come on. There you go. Lightweight. Come on.
One.
Yep.
Two. Yep.
Good. 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 Yes. Good, Brett. Come on. Yes. Good. Come on. Yes.
Come on.
There's one.
Oh.
Go.
Ooh.
Yes. You.
One more.
Come on. Here it is. Good. Out. Good. Good. Finish. Yep.
Holy shit. Good. No pain. Everything seems all right. Still intact. Yep. Moving. Grooving. Nice. Yep. Okay.
Whew. Ah, man.
You put the headphones right on the microphones, man, just for like fucking jamming.
So we finished up leg press. We did 2 pretty hard sets there. I think Brett went up to 14 plates a side, and we banded it, and that was crazy. I did a couple sets at 12 plates per side, which is a significant increase for me. So my training is progressing. My knees are feeling a lot better, so I'm very happy about that. Towards the end of a hamstring workout, we really like training the hamstrings in a stretch position. So we're gonna do this, it's like a West Side barbell belt squat machine, but we actually rigged it up to do stiff legs deadlifts here, RDLs you could do on here too. Just stretching those hamstrings out, getting a good load on them, and then driving through the hips and pressing up, and just finish them off. It feels really good toward the end of a workout. You don't have to go as heavy, and it'll just stretch those hamstrings out because they should be pretty engorged right now. Probably do like 2 sets here, working. Good. Yes. Come on.
Ah, thanks. Whew. Don't ask me why I didn't put straps on. I don't know. Let's go. Ah! Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Good. Yep. Nice. Good. Come on. Yep. 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 Good. Easy. Up.
One.
Yes. Control. Squeeze. Good. Easy peasy. Oh, something's gonna pop. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, that wraps up the hamstring workout. We did 5 or 6 exercises. We started off with calves, then we moved over to the adductors, then we did single leg, hamstring curl, seated leg, hamstring curl, and then we did a little bit of hip thrust action on the Nautilus. And the last 2 exercises we did was the side backs leg press, and then the stiff-legged, I don't know what you would call that, cable deadlift to stretch out. We usually did 2 to 3 sets per exercise. All those were to failure, usually with spotting. That's kind of how we always train. It's how I like to train. It's how Brett likes to train. That's why we like linking up when we can. So that was good. I'm very happy with how that workout went. Like I said, I took a little bit of a break from filming and bodybuilding in general because earlier this year, I was diagnosed with a genetic skin condition, and it's called HS, and it basically causes cystic acne and scarring from chronic inflammation. So I researched how to, fix it without going on pharmaceuticals, and I tried to fix it metabolically. What I had to do is really adjust my diet and go to more of like a high protein, high fat diet, less carb. Brought my inflammation down, lost a lot of weight. I was 285, I'm now 255. I've been here for 3 months at this weight. And then I read that high levels of nicotine in nightshade vegetables, as well as nicotine in tobacco products, causes inflammation very badly. So I've cut those things out, and I've slowly reintroduced carbohydrates again. I've started eating more food. I originally stopped training. Then I was doing like 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, just trying to keep inflammation away to see how my body reacted. And thankfully, I haven't had a flare up now in 3 to almost 4 weeks. So I'm very, very pleased with that progress. I feel like I can continue to tackle this thing as a professional bodybuilder while keeping that skin condition in check. Now that I have a diagnosis, I have information. That's why it's very important, guys. If there's things going on that you're not sure about with your health, it's good to go get an expert opinion. And then you don't always have to jump right on some kind of pharmaceutical. You can go online and research, see what other people are doing. What works for one might not work for everybody. So thankfully, I joined a Facebook group where there's like 30,000 people that have this condition, and I've been able to get it to really clear up. So I used to get these scars on my hamstrings, but they're healing really nicely, which I'm really happy to see. So as long as I can continue to keep that in check and continue to train and like progress, I've spent 10 years building a professional bodybuilding physique. I got a long way to go if I want to compete as a pro, but I think I can kind of chip away at it and stay in this hobby that I really enjoy before I'm ready to hang up the trunk. So as long as I can keep doing that, I'll keep coming in here, keep training with guys like Brett, because like I really love to do it, you know. So that wraps up today's video. We'll probably get back on a regular schedule and do some more filming. We'll catch you guys probably, now is May, so we'll probably do another one toward end of May into June. I could probably catch up on a few of them. So take you through more workouts, let you know. If you have any questions about the bodybuilding life, send them to me and we'll work them into the video. I think I hit all the questions that you guys sent me. I think there was one other one that I remember. It was kind of like, what are my plans for bodybuilding? Well, given everything I just said, I don't really have plans. My plan is just to see how each day goes, see if I can progress. I don't know if I'm going to compete again, but I'm leaving that door open if it's possible. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. If not, don't watch. But if you liked it, click subscribe, give us a like, follow, and catch us on the next one. But until then, peace out. Bye.